Hey guys, welcome to the BJ Show. There we go. So, how many footy tips did I get this round? We'll be heading into the first week of the buys. Coming soon, I'll be sharing with all that. So, stay tuned for that. So, welcome to round 11 for Sir Doug Nicholls around for the AFL. This episode, I'll be sharing my votes for my top 3 professionals from each team. I'll be also showing my footy tip starts I mentioned just then. How many did I get? So, let's begin and get it underway. It's obvious round 11 and it's game number 1. We head to Friday night footy at the SCG in Sydney, with coming Sydney versus Carlton. I went with Sydney. Here is the top 3 for each team of professionals. Sydney and Carlton's first top 3 are Nick Blakey from Sydney, Adam Cone from Carlton. Second, Chad Winger, well done from Sydney, and Sam Dockley from Carlton. And the best on ground for Sydney and Carlton are Jack Lloyd from Sydney. Carlton's Sam Walsh, well done. Sydney and Carlton's top 3 best on ground. So now we get to number 2, game number 2 for round 11. We now head to Saturday footy. We've got 2 afternoons, 1 twilight, 2 evenings. Let's get to Marble Stadium for St Kilda and Hawthorn. And I went with St Kilda. Here's the top 3 for each team for St Kilda and Hawthorn. I want to say well done to Hawthorn with the win. Good effort, St Kilda. So here we go. Max King from St Kilda comes first. Hawthorn's best and more. Second, Royal Marshall, St Kilda, Jane Newcombe from Hawthorn. And best on ground we got Brad Crouch, well done from St Kilda's, and James Sinclair, well done from Hawthorn. Well done, you St Kilda and Hawthorn's top 3 best on ground. Game 3, second Saturday afternoon footy. And that's where we are. We're going to cross over from Marble Stadium to the MCG in Melbourne. We got Melbourne versus Fremantle. I went with Melbourne. Well done, Fremantle, heading over from Perth to heading over to Melbourne. To play Melbourne, they were favourites to win, and very bravely a big win. A road win, would I say. So here's your top 3 for each team for Melbourne and Fremantle. Angus Bradshaw comes in from Melbourne. Fremantle's Hayden Young. Brodie Grundy, Melbourne, to Fremantle, Luca Jackson. And best on ground for Melbourne, Christian Petracca, well done to Andrew Bradshaw, awesome job. And for Fremantle, well done Melbourne and Fremantle's best on ground, top 3. But now we come to game number 4. We head to down Geelong at GM HBA Stadium for twilight footy, and that's where we are for Geelong and GWS Giants. Geelong went for well done for GWS Giants with a road win. Same with Fremantle against Melbourne at the MCG. So here's your top 3 for Geelong and GWS Giants. Here we go. Tyson Stingle, Geelong. Tom Green from GWS Giants. Second is Jeremy Cameron, Geelong. GWS Giant, Jesse Hogan. And best on ground, Tom Stewart. Well done, GWS Giants, to be agreeing. Well done, Geelong and GWS Giants, top three, best on ground. We're now coming to the evening of Saturday footy into the night time. As I mentioned before, we now head to the first one to TIO Stadium in Darwin for the first Saturday night footy. Gold Coast up against the Western Bulldogs, with the Western Bulldogs with the footy tips. I've got to say once again, Gold Coast, well done with the win, bouncing, responding back for the emotionally loss against Brisbane in the G Clash, with Western Bulldogs defeating a nice win in Ballarat against the Adelaide Crows. So well done to Gold Coast. Good effort to Western Bulldogs. Unfortunately, I did hit the World Bulldogs with that momentum. And yeah, so here is your top three for each team for Gold Coast and Western Bulldogs. Here we go. So we got Noah Anderson from Gold Coast, Caleb Daniel from the Western Bulldogs. Coming for second for the Gold Coast is Joe Watts, and Western Bulldogs, Bailey Dale. Well done, continues to form in his my top three for the Bulldogs best. So here is your best on ground. Gold Coast, Matt Longwell. Well done to Jack Mack and Western Bulldogs best. Well done, Gold Coast and Western Bulldogs, top three best on ground. We're done first evening game. We head to Perth Optus Stadium for the second Saturday night footy, and we got West Coast versus Essendon. Having Essendon the footy tips, well done. So here is your top three for West Coast and Essendon. Well done to Essendon with the win. Good effort, West Coast. And yes, guys, if you think I got Essendon correct, you're right. Here we go. Oscar Allen, obvious, comes in West Coast best to Nick Martin. Well done. Second is Jaden Hunt from the Formal Demons. Jaden Hunt from West Coast, second best. Madsen Reminiscent in second best, and here we go, your third, Liam Dinger from West Coast, West Essendon, Zach Marrett. Keep it up. Well done, your West Coast and Essendon's top three best on the ground. Let's head now to Sunday afternoon footy. And that's where we are right now. Hope you're enjoying this so far. For Sunday afternoon, we are heading to the MCG. We are back in Melbourne. That is it. We're moving from the west, we're moving from Darwin, and that's where we were in Geelong. Now we are heading to the Richmond versus Port Adelaide. Once again, another tick on the road. So how many of you think at this stage I got correct? Boy, not great for my Saturday footy tipping. Not the greatest for this round. So well done, Port Adelaide, with a big 8th straight win in club history over Richmond. Here's your top three for each team for Richmond and Port Adelaide. Here we go. We got Jaden Short comes in first for that for Richmond. For Port Adelaide, Scott Lysant. Here we go. Shane Bolton, Richmond, well done. Zach Butters, well done. And Tim Tiotto from Richmond to Connor Mosey. Well done, your top three for Richmond and Port Adelaide. So right now we got 2 games remaining and we're staying in Melbourne. We're going now from MCG, we're going vice versa. We're going back to Marble Stadium, and that's where we are for the second Saturday afternoon footy. Well, that's where we are right now for the Collingwood versus North Melbourne, from black and white versus blue and white, the big army from A long time they've been playing. So here we go, I went with Collingwood, and if you think that was correct, well done. So here's your top three for Collingwood and North Melbourne. Let's get it underway. So Tom Mitchell comes from Collingwood, well done. To Greenwood comes North Melbourne best. Coming into Nick Dacos, well done to Will Phillips for North Melbourne. And your top three best on ground, Jordan Duclucci, Collingwood to Bailey Scott, North Melbourne, well done to Collingwood, North Melbourne's top three. We now come to the last game. We have made it back to Adelaide Oval for Twilight Footy. The best game to last. And I've got to say, this was a game to last. This was a 50-50 game too as well. When was Brisbane? Well done to Adelaide was getting that win. So here's your top three for each team. For Adelaide and Brisbane. Wayne Miller, well done from Adelaide. Brisbane's Lockie News, well done. Ben Keys comes Adelaide's best. To Zach Bailey's Brisbane best. Your top three, Roy Laird, Adelaide, Josh Dunkley, Brisbane. Well done, Adelaide and Brisbane's top three best on ground. Well, that's another episode that comes to a mother's ending. But this is week 2 of round 11, Sir Doug Nicholls round. Hope you all enjoy it. Well done to all the winners and the players who are voted for this round. Sir Doug Nicholls round, week number 2. So that's another episode of the BJ Show. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like, and down below with Facebook right on your screen, no Instagram, but please also do that, really appreciated. So Ryan, to see you next time on the BJ Show, and we'll be coming to the buyers as I mentioned at the very beginning. Keep your eye out for who is that in the next episode. Guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.